Okay, today's astrological landscape. I think it's one that invites us to navigate the delicate balance between vulnerability and strength, empathy and innovation. I thought of a quote, I think it's by Marianne Radmacher, and she once said, "Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is that quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow." And I thought that quote just beautifully captures the essence of today's energy. Navigating vulnerability with courage and openness. It reminds us that strength isn't always about these grand gestures or these bold actions. It can also be found in the quiet determination to face our fears, to embrace our emotions. And it sets the tone for embracing transformative power, encouraging us to continue our journey of self discovery with a resilience, with a grace. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the cosmic energies. Together, we'll gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, utilize this energy, make it our own, and move forward today and every day. Hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Welcome to your daily focus for February the 20th. 2024. So we'll start with the numerology. We have that beautiful energy of the 20 today. The 20 is about turning points. The 20 is about, the fork in the road. So we are making decisions on how to go forward and where to go forward, what seeds we are planting, what steps we are taking. What does that new path look like to us? What does the other path look like? We're comparing the two, maybe. 2 plus 0 is a 2, and that is about sitting in quiet contemplation and discovering the magic that is within you. That is your talents, your abilities, the unique self. And if we look at the daily numerology, it would be a 2 plus a 2 plus an 8. That gives us a 12 energy. That's about pulling it back a little bit and looking at our situations with the sense of logic. Trying to pull out the emotion a little bit on this. Okay? And just look at it. So you'll get a different perspective, a different viewpoint, a different awareness. The answers will come. The decisions can be made. It may be where we are in control of things, where we need to let go of control, though, is probably more apt to say than taking control of something. I think we are understanding that we don't need control over certain aspects of our world, and we can let somebody else do it to free up time, energy, resources, so that we can put our energy towards our goals, our dreams, our desires. And 1 plus 2 is a 3. That's a chatty kind of energy. It's all about communication today, absolutely, but it is also about our transformation and allowing the transformation to happen, being conscious of it, being an active and willing participant in it. Now, the sun is in Pisces and our moon's in Cancer. Now that amplifies our desire for emotional security, for stability. Okay, it is a lot to do with home and family, comfort, harmony. And today, Cancer, the moon in Cancer, will make an alignment with Uranus. Okay, so now this could infuse us with this sense of excitement, the sense of innovation. We could be expanding our capacity to embrace new ideas and new methods. We may very well find ourselves being drawn to unconventional approaches, unexpected solutions, and it'll lead us to fresh perspectives and breakthroughs. There's also harmony today between Venus and Chiron. And that's inviting us to gain this social advantage through our willingness to grow, to learn, to truly listen to one another. And we find ourselves exceptionally receptive to the needs and the emotions of those that surround us. It really is a time of deep empathy, of understanding, and see where genuine connections can be forged through a shared vulnerability and giving mutual support to each other. Later in the day, I think it's a minor square, though, between the sun and Chiron. Okay, now that might prompt some circumstances that may trigger a need to confront or explore our feelings of vulnerability. It's all about the vulnerability today, isn't it? It's encouraging us to acknowledge and embrace our inner wounds, recognize them as opportunities for healing, for growth, for helping another. And so it's uncomfortable energy, absolutely, because we don't like to look at those parts of ourselves. We want to hide it from ourselves, but it's understanding that walk that we did, okay, that offers us a chance to delve into the depths of our emotions and emerge stronger and more resilient because of it. Okay, let's see what the cards reveal. Now, as you know, on the weekend focus, I asked you to subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and it didn't have to be a big comment. It could have just been an emoji. But you would be entered in the draw for a free mini reading, and the deadline was February 18th at midnight Eastern Standard Time. The winner of the contest is, drum roll please, I'll have to get a little drum roll thing going here, Debbie Shoemaker. So I could actually say that one. The other ones were all like encrypted words, so I couldn't do that. But this one, I'm pretty sure it reads Debbie Shoemaker. Debbie, if you want to fire me off an email, that would be great. And the email is in the description box below. A big thank you to all who participated. And if you haven't won yet, do not fear. I'm having fun with this, so I'm going to be doing this draw randomly for the next several weeks. So tune in, and you just might hear me say, hey, let's do a contest today for a mini reading. Anyways, let's go to the cards. Oh, look at that. The High Priestess jumped right out. Look at that. The 2 energy. And she is one who announces that there is magic all around us for us to tap into. Absolutely. We already know that. But more importantly, you need to sit in quiet contemplation and realize the magic that is within you. Your talents, your abilities, your worth, your value, your unique self. Understanding that you have gifts to move you forward in this world, to tap into, to utilize, to embrace, and to go forward with. Okay, we'll put that card back in. Am I putting it in right? Yep. We'll see if it comes back out again, okay? Okay, had a good shuffle. And we have our underlying energy for today as, you know, he was at the bottom too before when I put the oh my gosh, the 2 energy, the High Priestess back into the deck. That was at the bottom, and here it is again. Our perceptions change. We get a new understanding. Maybe this is, you know, you've gone through a traumatic experience in your life. It's left scars. And you meet somebody else who had a very similar experience. And you compare notes and you support each other in what each other had to go through in order to get to the here and now. But something they say might motivate you to see that you're not as stuck as you thought you were. You could go forward in a new way. It was up to you. Here we are, and we are trapped. We are blindfolded. We feel that we're stuck. We can't move. We're trapped. We painted ourselves into a corner. Eventually, the initial shock of being found blindfolded and caged up wears off, and you realize your hands are free. You can remove that blindfold. And when you do, you see that you were no longer, you were never trapped. It was just your perception at the time. So we're going back to the 12 energy too, aren't we? Of looking at things and seeing, understanding, getting a new perspective of what we can step into, how we can move forward. You know, answers come. We're able to make decisions now based on the clarity. I hear the enlightenment, but the clarity that comes in. The 6 of Pentacles. This is the give and take. Okay. And, you know, there's an abundance too, having a relationship where there is a positive give and take that's ever flowing back and forth. And you're supporting each other, and you've got each other's backs, and you listen to each other. You talk to each other. You share with each other. This could be a good friend. This could be a spouse, whoever. It could be a coworker that you feel close to. But this is making sure that those relationships are in balance. But I'm getting more of a sense of this is a card that's asking us to harmonize with other people, to be open with our feelings, to not sit there and shove it all down what you went through, because that's probably the worst thing you could possibly ever do for yourself. You know, like, I'm fine, nothing's wrong with me, when inside you're crumbling. Okay, so it's okay to show another that's gone through a similar situation the crumbling within you, because they'll get it, they'll understand it, and they'll tell you how to stop crumbling, perhaps. So this is making our relationships more enriching, taking them to a deeper level, perhaps, by sharing something that we've never shared before. We have the Three of Swords. There's a lot of emotion here today, but a lot of healing at hand for us. And sometimes we have to take these moments so that we can be stronger and more resilient going forward in our path. So today's one of those days where we just need to pull it back a little bit and understand or get to know ourselves just a little bit better. To understand where we thought we might have been trapped and seeing a way forward, understanding how it is possible, meeting another person upon your path. And this could be groups of people, because the Aquarian energy is very strong right now. So it could be more of a collective thing where you go to a meeting at the library and you all have the same kind of thing that has happened to you, and you're going to meet together and talk about your experiences and heal from each other. Right? To give healing. But you can do this on a personal level as well. You don't necessarily need anybody else in the room to really just look at what you've gone through and be proud of the person you are because of it. What strengths did you embrace yourself. Know that you are strong. You are strong and you are intelligent because you're in the here and now. You've made it through. Maybe you're going through another crisis right now. But I get this for past more than present. So it's being able to look back after the dust is settled and everything, and then you look back to it. Okay, so it's these relationships we're looking at more so than the relationships that we are currently in or have just left. Okay, we want to go back in time a little bit to some of the things that have happened to us. Okay, or the situation. I'm thinking of a relationship, something happened in a relationship, but it could be anything, really. Okay, you could have been through any kind of traumatic, a flood, a hurricane, a tsunami, an earthquake, whatever it might be for you. Sudden death of a loved one. It could be all kinds of, or just a death of a loved one. Doesn't have to be sudden for it to be traumatic. Yeah, and look at some of the scar tissue that you have on your heart. Okay, I get this more as healing the scar tissue, the things that we still carry with us because we have that scar to remind us of what the bad part of what happened, rather than taking away the good from the experience and allowing ourselves to heal and letting the rest turn to dust. We have the sun. Because of this, we become resilient. Because of this, we can actually raise our energy to a level that allows us to see that there is a doorway. There has been that doorway in front of us this whole time, but we couldn't see it. We thought we were trapped. We thought we couldn't move forward. We had this huge scar tissue blinding us from seeing this path. We had a blindfold on, surrounded by swords. The light doesn't come from the sky. The light comes from you. Okay, it's about if you really utilize this energy today, that you will be able to understand your strength a little bit better, your courage a little bit better. You'll be more apt to take a risk on yourself going forward because you know yourself a little bit better. Does that make sense? And it could be through another person and sharing and having an empathy for each other and what each other has gone through. Okay, we'll get an oracle card here. We have be gentle with yourself, the 33 energy. Be gentle with yourself. The 33 energy, if you're born with a 33 energy, I mean, it is a hard road because usually the magic of the 33 does not happen till later in life. Okay? 33s usually go through so much more struggle and pain, adversity, addictions, habits, attracting the wrong kind of people into their lives. I mean, it's just one thing after another, and that's because they become the master teacher. They become the true healer. They become the true shaman. They're the ones that bring us the greatest gifts. They're the ones that have the most inventive minds, that think outside the box. You know, Edison. Edison was a 33. I think Einstein was a 33 as well. But there's also John Lennon. Okay, he healed with the music. He tried to heal the world with his music. Give peace a chance, right? A new time, a time of new birth and energy is upon you. Draw on the lessons you have learned to assist you in moving forward. I kid you not. Draw on the lessons you have learned in order to move yourself forward. Notice how you have grown. Notice how you've changed. Notice your strength. Notice your capabilities. As a result of everything that has transpired, gather information as you go and be ready for the new adventure. All signs are positive for successful outcomes at this time. So do the work. I implore you to do the work. Journal it. If you're by yourself, journal it. Okay? But the really big thing is with the 12 energy especially is a great reminder that we shouldn't be putting our emotion back into the situation, that we should be looking at it through logical eyes. And we'll get an animal. You know, so maybe there's a support group going on. Maybe you just start talking with somebody. Maybe something bubbles up. Maybe you saw somebody and it reminded you of a past situation. Maybe you're hearing some tragic news on the TV and you can relate to going through a similar experience. We have the sea otter, happiness. Okay, let's bring it in, please, nice and crisp and clear for us. Be the master of playful living. Can't see the rest though. Sorry, guys. Okay. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go. Instead, choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. Surrender to the waves. Okay? Be open. Be willing to see the whole picture. Be willing to tap into what you went through. Realize how you've gained strength, how you've gained stature, how you've gained respect, how you've gained more of it could be more of an optimistic attitude. After you got through the hardest parts, the parts that took you down to the deepest, darkest levels, you actually pop back up feeling more alive and freer than ever. But sometimes you don't realize that about yourself. And this is a time to realize these things about ourselves. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.